Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Garden Fork Radio. It's Eclectic DIY. I am your host, Eric. I also have a YouTube channel called Garden Fork as well. End of the year here. Today, Nicole and I are going to talk about kind of a look back at the year and what we're going to do going forward. Is that what we're doing, Nicole?
I mean, that was my text.
Yes.
Hey, everybody. Yeah, no, I always think I do think it's good to do like a year wrap up. The first time I did that was the year of COVID, just because I wanted to like remember everything that I did. And now I think it's actually kind of a good thing to do. I don't know.
I don't think about it until you bring it up. And then I'm like, oh yeah, because I just opened up the Garden Fork YouTube channel and you click on the videos button and it shows how many videos I made this year. And I'm like, oh, I made more than I thought I did.
I feel like sometimes that's true. We all do more than we think we do.
I also think that people contribute more to their family and friends than they realize. And
Yes.
I think we should tell people more often that they matter, or they had an impact on you.
Yeah, I agree. I always get a little verklempt when I tell somebody that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it makes me feel all the feelings. Yeah.
Last week's video, which we posted today, is with Chris, who's been a longtime listener of the show and just started his own YouTube channel. And he talked about how I was partly responsible for him starting a YouTube channel. He also was inspired by other people, but I helped him kick him along the way, I guess, to start the thing going. So.
Well, what's your motto? Let's just try this and see what happens.
Yes. What's the worst that could go wrong? What's the worst that could happen?
Exactly. We're all still alive. It's fine.
Which is why, actually, Chris asked me this. He says, do you ever do electrical videos? And I'm like, I just won't do it anymore because it's just, things could go wrong.
Things could go sideways.
Yeah.
No, I hear that. Honestly, that's a hire a pro situation for me too.
Yes, several of my lineman's pliers, if you know what those are, which are big wire cutters, have arced holes in the cutting blade. And if you know what that is, then you know that I did something I wasn't supposed to do.
But I thought that your most recent video, which I haven't watched yet, was installing your new outlets.
Installing my new outlets?
USB outlets or something?
Oh, I don't know.
Putting USB. Really? Okay, now I'm going to have to go back to my email.
No, I've been on I was getting mice out of my car, and then
Maybe you just sent an email about doing it. That could be.
Yes. I'm going to replace the outlets in our bedroom near the nightstands. And I already did it in the kitchen, replacing the regular plug outlet with an outlet that has plugs, but also 2 USB charger slots. And it is a smart charger. It's not like it has a smart app. It just knows when you plug in your phone or your device or your earbuds, it first determines the amperage, the amount of power it can pump into the battery at once. And it also detects when the battery is full and the charging turns off. So you're saving electricity and you're also not wearing out the charging ability of your device.
Okay, so I'm not crazy. You just didn't do a video about it.
Right. I haven't done the video yet. I did. The problem is in our apartment, which is 130 years old, the electrical outlets are a mangled mess because they've been kludged into a wall that is plaster and lath, and electrical boxes are not built for that.
Right. Right. Oh my gosh.
So I'm going to do the video. Sorry, go ahead.
Could you imagine living in your apartment without electricity though? Isn't that kind of a fun mental?
Well, there are still gas lines in the building. And in the centers of the ceilings of the parlor floor and rooms like that. And on the sidewalls, there are sometimes you'll see a sconce or there's a plaster, it's like a plaster decorative center. And in the middle of that is a gas pipe. And it's usually copper, but they've been disconnected downstairs. But I run into it a lot in my work, and I ran into one that was still had gas in it. And
yeah. That was scary.
Yes, so I said, oh, we're not doing this one.
We're going to back out of this.
Call your plumber.
Now. call your plumber. Okay, so listen, guys, we're a little ADHD here, but we're gonna do our year in review now. All right, so do we want to say, like, what do you think your best projects were? What are the projects you completed? Which ones do you still have ongoing? Talk to me.
Well, I like that I'm trying to get the mice out of my Subaru, and I'm actually learning as we're going. And I figured out where they were coming in the front, and I made a video about that. Well, first I made a video about how to try and keep them out of your car, with mint and
Yes.
different stuff. And then I made a video about how they chewed their way into the glove box of my car. And I fixed that. And the next video is going to be about deodorizing your car. But while shooting that video, I realized my car still smelled. And then I discovered, I knew that they had sometimes gotten into the back, but I just thought they went through the glove box and traveled to the back. No, there's a vent flap in the back of most cars. And with the Subaru, it's very easy to jump from the back wheel to the vent. And that's how they're getting it now. And to fix that, I have to take the whole rear bumper off.
Oh, geez.
So, but I think it's a video that would be really helpful for people who are trying to figure out, why are their mice still getting in my car? Especially in your spare tire cargo area.
Absolutely. Well, I'm also, I know that there are mice, you live rurally, like, I get that, but like, are there a lot of mice?
They're everywhere. They're.
Could you kill any of the mice? Is that like an option?
Yes, I do have mouse traps in the garage, but it doesn't. It doesn't get them all. It certainly knocks down the number.
Okay.
But I do live in the woods.
Also with the
so-
dogs, you have to be careful because you can't put poison out.
Right. Also, I won't do poison anymore because we know of a bald eagle in our area that died. Someone found it, and they did a necropsy on it, and it had a high level of rat poison in it. So it was eating the rats that were poisoned on horse farms because, they have all the grain and stuff like that. And that builds up in their system, and then they die. So
It's all connected.
So owls, we have owls in our area,
Yes.
so that's why I don't do it.
No, absolutely.
So I just
Okay.
use the clap traps and the electronic traps. With the electronic traps, they tend to break. So
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm really enjoying that series, by the way.
yeah, who knew? And I think I can take the bumper seems pretty simple. I watched someone else's video and they're like, oh, it's just 4 bolts. And I'm like, it can't be this easy, but we'll see.
We're going to find out.
We're going to find out this Christmas.
So it's a little cold. Is it really cold up there? Because it's really cold here.
Yeah, I'm in the city right now, so it's about 32. We got 4 inches of snow, but up there is always, it's at least 10 degrees cooler up there, and there's a lot more snow. We're going to go up for Christmas up there.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So one of my projects of the year was to pull that writing retreat off, which I don't think I've reported back that it went really well.
Right. Yeah. Rick and I were very curious about that. We were
Yep.
both commenting how neither of us could organize something like that, let alone make it happen. And you made it happen flawlessly.
Yeah. And one day I hope to make the Garden Fork trip to, where are they? The Welsh Highlands or something?
Yes.
Happen. No, so we went to Vieques with 7 women, including me. I got a ton done that week. I mean, it was super great. And Brent even was like, you should do this every quarter. And I was like, you're right, I should. I should go to a beach every quarter. But he meant go away and work on my writing so I don't have any distractions. So you can take it however you want,
Yeah.
do it every quarter. So there were a lot of good lessons learned on that project. It might have been, the location might have been too remote just regarding food and how we would do it. And the other big project of the year has been taking pictures of people doing new headshots for people who've lost their jobs.
Oh.
I've done probably 100 and they've been pay what you can or not. Like,
Yeah.
seriously, don't, if you can't afford it, like I'm doing this as a service. And so that's been really rewarding to hear everybody's stories and to help people process everything that they've gone through this year. Oh, and then one of the things I did, which was the flip side of the coin of like letting go of friends, is I've reconnected intentionally with a bunch of old friends that we had just lost touch for whatever reason, children mainly.
Yeah.
Um, and so that has been one of the projects of the year, was to be intentional about reconnecting with people. And that has gone really well.
Oh, wow. I haven't really reconnected with anyone lately. But now that you put it in my front of my head, I'm thinking about who I should connect with.
Yeah, like you said, like just shoot a text message. And then one of my girlfriends ended up coming up with her husband and visiting for the weekend, and we're gonna head down there. So that was really rewarding.
Oh, good. I draw the line of people coming to visit because I'm kind of done with guests. I'm like,
I have a friend who's done with weddings in the same way.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
just like, I'm not doing them anymore. Go ahead, get married. I'm happy for you.
yeah, we shy away from that. It's not a comfortable thing. It's unless they're doing it in their backyard. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'd be there. But with the whole, wedding and the reception and the early
Pomp and circumstance
and the dinner or the other dinner, the practice dinner,
Yes. Yeah, no, it's interesting. I'd love to have people come and visit, but the boys are getting so big that I feel like they take up more room, and that leaves less room for my being able to have people visit. So once they go to college, people can visit again.
Yeah. So are there other things that you accomplished this year that you thought were good?
Yeah, I got 3 solid drafts of my 3 books. I accomplished that, which was one of my goals. I didn't get them published, but I got the drafts done. And we did a ton of travel, I also realized.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Do you do the drafts simultaneously or one at a time?
Well, they're projects I've been working on for a long time. And they were all 3 at a point where I was like, needed to work on them intensely. So I was able, on that writing retreat, I was really intentional because I knew I wanted to so I have a murder mystery set in Berlin that I've been working on for a very long time. Murder mysteries are very hard to write. And then I have the book about my grandmother, which I've talked about before.
Yeah.
And her life. And then I've written a young adult children's book about a little boy whose grandmother dies. So, yeah.
I'm not writing any books. I am trying to be better about sending out the newsletters more. And I wrote one the other day and I was like, that took about 20 minutes, Eric, What was so hard about that?
Well, it's a little bit like the boys with their homework. They'll do their homework and not turn it in.
Oh.
So are you ever writing drafts and then not sending them?
No. Once I start, I just go, and then
Okay.
I should probably have someone proofread them, but I don't. I just hit the send button. So
on my little newsletter thing, I can have them send me a draft, and then once I read it in my browser, I can see all the mistakes.
Right. You can send a test. You can send a test with this as well on the Go. It's called Ghost, ghost.org. It's really simple and nice, which I like. But it is, the thing is, I send it out and I hear back from maybe 2 or 3 people, and maybe I'm expecting more and that's not realistic, but it's fun to hear back from people, whether they like it or here's a thing I want to share,
Yeah, I love getting feedback. I love it.
They, it's better than on the YouTube comments, like, you're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong. All right. So you also did the magnetic chalkboard wall.
Yeah, that got a lot of feedback. That was, I kind of wanted to not do that. I just was kind of done with it. And then I thought, well, I'll follow through because I need to finish the video. And the camera operator wanted a magnetic wall. In hindsight, like I said at the end of the video, if you watched the end of the video, I would suggest making your chalkboard on a piece of MDF, which is medium density fiberboard, and then mounting it on a wall. But doing the chalkboard part outside or in your
Yes.
garage, because the magnetic primer is oil-based, and man, does it smell.
It
And
smelled horrible. Yeah.
I do have 2 quart cans of magnetic chalkboard paint if anyone wants them.
Oh gosh.
You have to pay the shipping though, because it must weigh
heavy.
10 pounds.
Yeah.
Because it's iron filings. It's ground up metal fills up half the can, and then black primer. What fun.
Okay, I need to do this one that you posted a couple months ago that I missed. Convert your old shop lights to LED.
Yes. That is, I love doing that. I did my sister's whole basement with that. And it's even simpler now because the replacement LED bulbs they sell now are, lack of a better word, universal. There's 2 ways to rewire. There's 2 ways to replace your fluorescent lights, like the 4-footer shop lights.
Yep.
You can just pull the bulbs out on the LED bulb you're about to put in, switch it to ballast and put it in. And that way it uses, which is essentially a capacitor transformer thing in the housing. The power that goes through that is fed into the LED light. When you want to do what's called a direct light one, you pull that ballast out. Well, you cut it. You just cut the wires and put wire nuts on it. And then you direct wire. The little holders are called tombstones. The benefit of doing the direct wire, you got to take the light apart. It's really simple to do, but you isolate the ballast. So if you just leave the fixture up on the ceiling and you pop out the old bulbs, pops in new, and then click the ballast switch on the bulb. When the ballast dies, your fixture dies as well. And you're either going to throw it out or cut out the ballast and put in the direct wire LEDs like I suggested in the first place.
Okay, I'm going to watch the video. It's not clear to me all those words you said.
Right. You essentially, how could I put it?
It's all right. I'll watch the video.
Yeah.
That's why you made it. This is great. Okay. You also made a lot of figs.
Yeah, I still have some more videos for that. I was smart enough to dig out the ones out of the yard, and we just ran the camera while I was doing that. And I rooted some young fig plants from the fig tree I bought from the nursery, which is called Ginger Creek Nursery in Thomaston, Connecticut. And the fig tree I got from them is called La Borealis, La Bourdienne, La Bordeaux, and it is winter hardy in Connecticut. But nonetheless, I have that in a pot, and I put it in the root cellar in my basement. So there you go. Yeah, those are my goals and plans.
Okay, so yeah, I had one really big fail. Well, it could have been really big. I don't know if you guys remember, I had the slack line installed in the yard a couple years ago.
Oh, yes. Yeah, for the people that walk over. You walk on it.
Yes, and my buddy, or my good friend's husband, works in construction, and he told me to get a 6-inch by 6-inch piece of wood, whatever, 12 feet, or however big it was, a post, yeah. And it looked really too big to me. It looked too big. So I bought a 4x4. And William, God love him, was like, I told you to get a 6x6, but I'll put this in for you, lady, whatever. So he put it in, and over the last couple of years, he put it in concrete in the ground. It started leaning because, there's pressure from the slack line.
Yeah.
And it was leaning more and more. And in fact, just the other week, I looked at it, and I was like, well, that's leaning a lot now. It was probably at like a 30-degree lean.
Wow.
But I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. Well, it turns out 4 12-year-olds jumping on the slack line in the freezing cold is enough to make it snap.
Yep.
Now, luckily, the boys were all at the other end and they didn't get hurt. That could have been really bad. I did not know that was I would have just cut it down myself if I had known there was any danger like this. I had not thought this through, guys. I'll be honest. Feel free to yell at the radio. But, so the slack line, RIP.
There's a couple people in the park near us in Brooklyn here that will set up a slack line between trees. And I kind of doubt it damages the tree, but I'm just like, this is a public space and you don't own that tree, you know? But
I mean, I feel like it's okay for the day. Like, apparently they do it down in Logan Circle, and they're very family friendly and nice. And I don't think it hurts the tree, but also it is a little. But I mean, I guess picnicking is the same thing. I don't know.
when I was younger, we would go to the Botanic Garden here, and it's the Brooklyn Botanic Garden, and it attracts all sorts of people from all over Brooklyn, and there were different people there, and you would find their kids climbing the trees. And
Ooh.
of course, so I dressed like Eric, and I had black shorts on and like a gray T-shirt and a black ball cap. And back then, your cell phone looked like a walkie-talkie, right? So I would just pull out my walkie-talkie and go, "Excuse me, sir, you got to get the kids out of the tree." And they'd be like, "Oh, okay," you know. So I
my
was
gosh,
acting
I
like a
love it.
security guard.
Excuse me, sir.
Well, instead of
Well-
going, "Hey, what the H are you doing there?" You know, you just say, "Yeah, you got to get your kid out of there." You know.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. That's one use case for your uniform.
Yes.
Pretend security.
So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. A short-term goal is to clean my basement. That's the winter goal right now. And I'm going to enlist the help of my sister to do that.
I was going to say, what are your actual action steps there? Okay,
My
clean basement.
the action step is to, when Tracy comes, I'm going to say, "Can you help me clean the basement?"
And she'll say, yeah, sure, let's do it.
She takes over. She runs conferences, and I'm like, "How do you do that?" She's like, "Well, you just tell everyone what to do, and you don't put up with a bunch of BS, basically."
Exactly.
It's just
We're not having committees. We're doing this.
Yeah, a low tolerance, and she knows how to run a meeting. She puts the agenda, a printed out agenda, in front of every chair at the table, and like, this is what we're talking about.
Don't bring up anything else.
Right. So yeah, so
Okay.
that's and I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, the basement up at the house, or which basement?
Right, yeah, up at the house. I actually have a storage space in the basement here, which part of it I'm going to convert into I have a rolling tool cart, and I'm going to put a vise on it and just have a wood top to it, so I could do a little work down there if I had to.
Okay. All right, so clean the basement. What next?
There was something I was going to do. Oh, less vegetables and more cutting flowers in the raised beds up at the house.
Oh, have you seen these people who've turned their yards into like wildflower things?
Yeah. It's not as
I
easy as
love
it
that.
sounds. Yeah. It's great, but it's not nearly as easy as it sounds. But I think you should do it. If you want to do it, the key there is a lot of weeding. And once it's established, you got to keep weeding it. The non-native grasses and, for lack of a better word, weeds around the country are a lot more powerful and strong than most of the natural wildflowers around here. And they'll just choke out. If you just plant it and walk away, nothing will happen. You might get a couple of sunflowers and a black-eyed Susan or something, but you have to keep on weeding it. There's some fancy towns near us in Connecticut, and there's these giant yards that are a meadow, you know, and it looks beautiful.
Yes.
But I'm like, that's a lot of hands-on maintenance right there. I mean,
Well,
it looks
that's
great.
what you say makes more sense to me, because I mean, my mom and grandmother always had gardens. Because the internet, the power of the internet is it makes you feel like you just like strew these flowers out there, and then the seeds, and then you get this beautiful flower meadow.
Surprise. Yeah, it's magic. Yeah. My friend did it the other day, and I'm like, that's not going to work, man. But with the cutting garden, one of my friends has a farm in our town. She and her partner they have an organic farm stand, and it's on a larger farm that they own, but it's easier there to go buy just some tomatoes and eggplant and then just have flowers in my in my yard because the tomatoes and eggplant are always attacked by some bugs in my yard. And it's like, well, if I just grow cutting flowers, I could have sunflowers and other tall
Yes.
things. And the camera operator loves that kind of thing. So I'm like, I'll still have to weed it, but I think I'm going to get a little more bang for my buck out of that.
Well, and then are you still going to do the beans?
Yeah. Yeah, the beans are pretty bulletproof, so I'm going to grow
Right.
the...
Okay. I was like, that seems like a pretty solid. And the garlic, of course.
Yeah, the garlic isn't. If you're wondering, they're called rattlesnake pole beans. You can get them from Fedco. They're pretty bulletproof.
Okay. No, I think that's solid. Yeah, going through in the year, I don't know. I need to think about that more. What do I want to do next year?
You want
I'm
to
gonna have to put some thought into next year.
fix your rain gutters?
My rain gutters are good. Are yours okay?
Yeah, I have the leaf-free.
Yes.
I don't have one of the brand names. I called my buddy who's a contractor. I said, who does the rain gutters? And he goes, call this guy. And I called him on the phone and he said, I'll drive by and look at your house. And he looked at the house and he said, I want to see what kind of trees you have. And
Yeah.
then he put on new gutters. He has the extrusion machine in a trailer and he put this wire mesh that looks like plaster mesh on. And I haven't had a problem since. So, and they were not expensive. He put the mesh on and it wasn't like, you're not paying for TV commercials. You're just paying for the guy to do it and he knows what he's doing.
I mean, it was totally worth it because, our gutter's on the third floor.
Yeah.
So there's nobody going up there.
Nope.
So that would be, I guess one thing that's been on the back burner is we have a garage, a detached garage, and it'd be nice for Oscar. Oscar really wants to do oil paint.
Oh,
And you need to have really good ventilation for that.
yep.
So if we turned right now it's a bike parking garage, but we could turn that into like some place to play drums and paint oil paints. But the stumbling block to that is that it needs a French drain.
Oh,
So we get a little bit of water coming in. So I've gotten a couple quotes. I don't know what a reasonable amount to pay is for French drains.
you can hand dig it if you want.
See, yes, the hand digging. I've thought about it
I mean,
because you dig it out and then you put the barrier in, right?
Yeah.
And then gravel, and then you cover it back up.
Yeah, you can also put a drain pipe in as well, but you don't have to. You can just put the gravel in.
Okay.
And it's called non-woven fabric, non-woven geotextile fabric. Don't get the woven kind. That will not work for what you want. But you can, the French drain you basically want it to be just slightly below where the level of where the water's coming into the garage.
Okay.
If you dig it down a foot, that's really good, but it has to be able to drain somewhere. It has to be able to go to daylight. It's called going to daylight. So is your garage a little higher than some of the adjacent land?
Yeah, yes, and there's land. It's sloped down, the land that's next to it, right?
Yeah.
So it's an in-ground detached garage.
In-ground garage.
I know. Built in 1889.
I haven't looked on purpose, but I'm sure there's some hand-dug French drain videos on YouTube University.
And what's the point of having two young men
Exactly.
for children?
When I was a kid, we worked every weekend. There was some sort of physical labor out in the yard that me and my brother did.
Yes, Jack Harkin's motto was Labor Day is a day of labor.
Yeah.
But I will tell you that my children are different. Otis has worked so hard recently. He found some jobs working for our friend Dave. Dave, God love him, pays the kid $20 an hour.
Oh, geez.
I know. And he has saved up $700. He did all the research. He bought all the components for the computer to build, and he built his computer yesterday.
Oh, great.
I'm so proud of him. Yeah, super, very industrious. And so Dave still has more work for him. So Brent told him, you're going to have to keep doing this work now, just because you got your computer. And Otis goes, yeah, there's more stuff I need, Dad. I was like, yes.
Yeah, one of my neighbors upstate approached me. It was a friend of mine, and he says, look, my kid wants to do yard work. He basically said, will you hire him? And I was like, yeah, so it was nice to not, I was like, move that pile of rocks.
Exactly. From A to B.
Yeah.
But, kids need those kinds of opportunities. Like, thank you for doing that.
Well, what my friend said was, he goes, I want my kid to get used to taking direction from someone other than me.
Yeah.
And like school teachers, Yeah. So like getting him used to like going out to get a job. So.
Totally. Yeah. And our friend Dave has been super impressed. Like, because, Otis is like, yep, sure, I'll do it. Yep, I'll do it. Yep, I'll do it.
Perfect.
Yeah. So it was really cute. All right. I feel like that was a decent wrap up.
Yeah, we're gonna follow up with the. I will keep you updated, everyone, with the workshop cleaning. If you're interested, if you want to like behind the scenes pictures and stuff that I'll share about the cleanup and life in general, you could become a supporter of the show for a cup of coffee a month. That's over on Patreon. The link is in the show notes here. And you can also follow me for free on Patreon. Not everything the after show and some of the behind scenes stuff is just for the supporter coffee cup people, but you get a sense of the place if you want over there. Anyway, patreon.com/gardenfork. Nicole is a supporter.
I am. I love it. The dogs.
Yes. All right, everyone, go out and do cool stuff. If you have some goals you want to share or how we can follow through on our goals, are you like a cognitive behavior therapist? We would love to work with you.
Yes, we're here for that.
All right, make it a great day. We'll see you all. Garden Fork Radio is produced by Garden Fork Media LLC in Brooklyn, New York. The music in the show is licensed from audioblocks.com and uniquetracks.com.